Go to Google Drive. That's the first thing. So just type Google Drive. You need to have a Google account, I think. You probably do. Then you go to Google Drive. Go to Google Drive. Here's your Google Drive. This is my Google Drive. And I want to do new. And I want a new sheet. New Google Sheet. Dun, 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 dun. Here's my new Google Sheet. And I'm going to name this My Lessons. Whoa, sorry. New keyboard. You can name it whatever you want to name it. Now you're set. Now, when I go to 2.0, now all I have to do is come to this personal schedule template, right click, come on up here to copy to, boom shakalaka. Now I'm going to go to recent because I just barely did it. My lessons, the doc I just barely made. Yeah. If you already have one, like if you're a long-time lesson banker, just find your, like mine is called my class schedule right there, and you can add it to that. So then you just click my lessons, select, dun dun dun, successful. So now I come back over here to my lessons tab and you're like, wait, it's not here, Sarah, it didn't work. Look at the second tab. It always comes up as a second tab. So you can just go right ahead and right click on this sheet 1, go up to delete, get rid of it. You don't even need it. Boom, now here it is. And you don't need it to be copy of, you can just double click on that. Delete it. Personal schedule template. You can name it. Maybe not template because it doesn't need to be a template. You can just be 2018 because that's what it is right now. Who knows if it is when you're watching. It can be whatever it is. Whatever you want it to be, it can be that. You can do it by months. You can do it by years. You can do one forever. Doesn't matter. But now you have your drive. So now what I'm going to do is I come to VIPKID and you go to your classrooms tab and here are my lessons and I'm going to do February 5th. So I highlight all my classes for February 5th. I always do it the day before so that if it decreases the chances that they suddenly change their classes because it's the day before, but it's also not the night before or the morning of, then that's too soon. So you highlight all of them, right click, copy, or you can do Control-C, either one. Now you jump back over here to the lesson bank and you go to Schedule Maker 1 or Schedule Maker 2 and you check to make sure no one's in them. If someone's in them, give it a couple minutes, they'll be done soon. If no one's in it, like right now, it's free. So now I'm going to click on the top and I'm going to do Control-V, or you can right click and paste. And as you can see, whoa, what's happening? It's automatically generating. Woohoo! So you don't have to go lesson to lesson to lesson and fill it out. It's just automatically generating and just let it go. And you'll know that it's done when you go down to like your last one and there's information added. So then all you're going to do is you're going to highlight them. So you can just select the top row, scroll down here to the last row, and you just do Control. Nope, Shift. Ignore. So click the first one, scroll down to the last one, and do Shift and click it again. So now you've highlighted all of them, right? And now we're going to right click and we're going to cut, or you can do Control-X. Cutting out of here, and now we're going back over to the new document you just made, My Lessons, and you're going to go to the top. If you already have something in your lesson, your yesterday's lessons, then all you're going to do is you're going to select it and you're going to again click Shift and select a chunk of rows. I always do over rather than exactly because it's easier. I don't like doing exactly. So you highlight that many, you right click and insert 14 above. And you can't see it, but it just added 14 above. And we're always adding on top so that you're working your way to the top, and at the top, you're done with your day. So you're adding more sections, so you're working your way to the top. And then that way, all your old lessons are saved, and they just go to the bottom rather than having to scroll. Ugh, don't do that. So now you select your top one, and you right-click, and this is the important part. You either do right-click, special, paste, and do values only, or as you can see, Control Shift V. If you just do Control V, it's not going to take the generated data that made your schedule. So you're going to select it and either do, again, right click, paste special, paste values only, or Control Shift V. And then voila. Now before you click anything, don't unclick it because all your stuff is highlighted. And see, it's crazy. It looks crazy. This is not helpful to anyone. So here's the formatting that'll make it look nice. First, get rid of the borders. So no borders. Then we're going to come to the alignment and we're going to do it to the top. And then come right here to text wrapping and wrap your text. Ta-da! Looks really nice now. Now as you can see, it still is like a little spread out and weird, and that's because everyone will have a different preference of how big they want it. So for me, I want the student's name to be smaller, and I don't really care about the schedule time, so I'm just going to scoot the schedule time way over. I don't care if it's short notice. I don't care about the booked, and I'm going to show you another trick with that too. So for example, if I don't care about short notice, which I don't, you can select the whole thing, right click, dun, 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 hide column. It's still there. If you want it, you just click this little arrow and it'll open back up. But if you're never going to care if that's a short notice booking, if you do, like if you're a money tracker, then don't hide it. But if you aren't tracking your money for some reason, well, I don't track my money. VIPKID does, but I know some do. That's cool. Then don't hide it. But I'm going to hide it, and I'm going to hide the status because I also don't care about that. Then look, now I'm just cleaning up, and if there's one like, you're like, I never care about warm-ups. Great, hide it. If you care about them, leave it. So then you kind of can personalize what you can see, and it'll still copy and paste perfectly. It won't change any of that. You don't need to worry about that. It'll just hide it from view right now. So now I have this, and maybe I want this a little longer. Also, I can see the lesson goals are making it really long, so I'm going to make that a little wider. And definitely this parent feedback, I can tell. So see, I'm going to scoot that over. So now I have the lessons. They're all automatically generated. It was fast and easy. Look, I have all of them. I'm ready to teach. So I can have this open just like this. I can put it, and I open up my teacher's portal. Just like this. Oh, there's our Mary. Oh, I want my lessons. There we go. And I'll just show you because I have a classroom right here. So I'd open up my classroom. You can't really see because obviously. So it'd be kind of like this, and I don't need to see any of that. So I can see my lesson nice and big, and then I just have this underneath, and then I can see all the things I'm going to be doing and my objectives, and this is going to be my lesson notes and all my information right there. So that is how you do the schedule thing. Now there's one very, very important thing that I didn't do because I was talking too much. That is really important to do. And that is after you've pasted it into your personal schedule, please, please, please jump back over here to the 2.0 lesson bank and delete what you've done so that the next person knows it's clear. And so you can just select the top one again. I just scroll down and then click delete. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can clear your formatting and then clear the background, reset it, and so then it's clear. But you don't have to do that because they should be doing that in their template. So that's how we do the schedule makers. Again, just make sure that you go back after and delete it so the next person knows that they can go into it. I wish we could have more, but it maxed out the cell allowances because this is a pig, you guys. It's a giant pig of a document. So the things to know are give it a few seconds as it's generating. It'll usually take about 10 seconds to generate depending on how many lessons you have. Also, just make sure that you're not overlapping and just give yourself time. And then at the end, again, please just come in, delete your lessons so that the next person knows. We have 2 different classrooms or 2 different schedule makers so that you can come in. They're just at the tabs at the bottom. The other thing is it will generate for any MC class, but it will not generate for trials and it will not generate for special camps, so like winter camp or summer camp, any of those kinds of things. So if you do have those classes in your schedule and you want to come over here, just come to like the trials, again, do the Control F, type in that SN code right here. Sorry, it's a little off so you can't quite see it. And then find in the sheet, and then just highlight it and highlight the bright orange. So from here, over, copy that, and then paste it over into your lesson. And the same will be like with winter camp would be the same. And that's what we're doing right now is winter camp 2018. So anyway, that's the schedule makers. Everything you need to know. You're professional now. Good job, guys. And it saves so much time. It is truly the thing I've been the most excited about because it's just boom, fast now.